black people in the media or people of colour in the media. How do you feel about the representation?
Ooh, I don't know, man. Do you want me to be honest?
Yes, please.
When we're saying the media, we're usually talking about the Western media. You know, when people mention the media, or currently as we know it. And I feel like representation in the media, as in Western media, isn't great. But then at the same time, it's not something that concerns me in the sense that I'm a strong believer of when there's a gap in the market, you create your own plug to fill that gap, basically. I am a strong believer in creating your own media if you need it. If you're happy with the media that's there, then you carry on. If you're not happy with the media that's there, I think it's counterproductive and a little bit schizophrenic to appeal to the media that's not representing you to represent you more, because they'll only represent you if it serves their interests. And so my whole thing is create your own media.
There we go. So BCom's doing great work.
Yeah, exactly. Things like this. You create your own media, and eventually, it's the same with how the music industry is actually. And one thing I will say, which I have to say, is the music industry is a really good thing to follow because it's a micro economy that sort of has everything that a natural economy will have. So, for instance, before an economic downturn or recession, it will happen in the music industry probably about 2 years before, you know. And so everyone in the music industry will know when a recession's coming because we know, because we're getting hit already because music is an item that, or a luxury item, I guess, to an extent, but then something people go to in a downturn. So our upturn starts beforehand as well. And likewise, when you're thinking of things like media and representation, music and artists and writers are represented when it serves the market. So you're seeing more Stormzy's now, and you're seeing, and it's not that labels are signing them; labels are coming to them. So yeah, I think you should take that in all forms of the media and say if you make it, they'll come, and if you make it quality, you create your own lane. I think that's with everything, you know.
So in terms of sport content that's been user created, so you've got your things like your Full-Time Devils, your Arsenal Fan TVs, your Cheeky Sports. Are you someone who would consume that sort of?
I do.
And are you a big fan, or do you know any of those?
I watch Arsenal TV for a laugh because Arsenal fans are just they're something else, man. As an Arsenal fan,
and you're removing yourself from that.
Well, it's funny because a lot of non-Arsenal fans think I'm weird because they don't mind being around me, you know. And I share their feelings with Arsenal fans. But I watch Arsenal TV, Arsenal Fan TV. I actually think it's brilliant as well. I just love how they've made that and grown it, where they're nearly as successful, even more successful than the actual team. And then I watch a lot of boxing videos and football videos. It depends on my mood during the day. Yeah. So Cheeky Sports quite a bit, and there's a 78 Sports TV, which is boxing, which is funny. It does boxing, it does relationship advice. He breeds dogs as well. Like, it's good. It's really good.
What would you say to someone who's interested in doing something like that or creating their own content?
Yeah, I would say be passionate about it, first of all. I think without that, it's, don't chase the dollar. I think the worst thing is when people see something that's successful and go, oh, let's do that. Because usually you don't have that parasite in it, in your passion for it to make it great. If you're passionate about it, all those down times are just part of the course. And you carry on and do what you need to do. So I'd say be passionate about it. Research everything. I've always been a researcher. Listen, I couldn't be a record producer doing what I'm doing now as a career without research because I had no background in it. So research everything, and be humble when it comes to learning and people giving you advice, because you're always learning. You never actually ever get to the point. I don't think. I've worked with producers who I've looked up to and I've sold 300 million records, and they've asked me questions.
Oh wow!
And then likewise, I learn from assistants I use and stuff like that. So I think when you're doing anything like that, where you're building, whether it's media or music or anything artistic, and I guess it goes for all walks of life, You've got to be open to learn. You've got to be open to change, especially with technology. It's changing all the time. So we've got no choice now. And then also be passionate about it. But I think they're not mutually exclusive. So
in terms of obviously sport and the sort of team mentality, the discipline in training, do you feel that there's any principles of rugby or playing within a team sport that you can now marry up to your successes in music?
I don't know about being in a team. I think the one principle is bloody-mindedness, because in music you're guaranteed failure, and so you have to be kind of bloody-minded to carry on, because it's a pretty unforgiving industry, and I guess it's in sport you need a certain arrogance which is bulletproof. It's a different arrogance. In music, you've kind of got to be humble and really confident all at the same time. In sport, you just have to be super arrogant, but then understand if you're playing in a team sport, understand your role within the team. And you've got to understand whether you're the star man or whether you're the water carrier or whatever. Whereas as a producer, it's kind of a similar thing, I guess, to being in a team and being a defensive midfielder in football. That's what a producer is. A producer is an anchor man. He's Busquets. He's Senna or Busquets or Xabi Alonso.
Pulling the strings.
Great techers.
Yeah.
He's got a good 60-yard ping on him. Yeah. But he won't go out of position. Yeah. And you know what? If you ask him to play attacking midfield, he could probably do that as well. But he's just not going to, because there's someone else he knows needs to do that and probably needs to do it more for their own self. And he's happy to just make sure it works for them and make sure the whole machine keeps moving, keeps it ticking over.
I've got a game here. Okay. So, right, we've got different aspects of music. Where would you put them on the football pitch? A drummer. Where would you put your drummer in a band?
Yeah, drummer. He'd have to be in goal.
Okay. And why?
I guess with bands, drummers are always the people who are sort of like looked down upon,
a bit crazy.
And they're definitely crazy, because goalkeepers are mad as well. And they're usually the biggest person in the team and in the band. So yeah, I'd definitely put my drummer in goal.
Okay. Yeah. DJ or any form of DJ.
I'm a DJ myself, but the DJ is a kit man. No, in fact, that's not. He's not a kit man. DJ. No. The DJ's a physio.
Okay.
The DJ's a physio. He's someone who probably would have wanted to be in the band years ago. Didn't happen, but then he got a laptop and was able to get involved. That's what the DJ is.
Okay, lead guitarist.
Number 9.
No, really?
Actually, not number 9. It's either number. It depends on what sort of football you're talking about. He's either number 9 in a '90s team.
Is it Carroll?
No. He's a striker. He's a Ruud van Nistelrooy or something. But in a '90s team or a '90s team, he's number 9. Yeah. Now he's a left winger.
Okay.
Like a Hazard or a Ronaldo or Neymar.
So very, very impactful within a 4-5-1.
Yeah, because number 9, no one cares about number 9s anymore.
This is a good point. So no. Okay. I'll say lead singer.
Lead singer. Oh God. Again, it could be like, it's like what is Benzema to Ronaldo? Do you know what I mean? Benzema's a striker, Ronaldo's a left winger, but then in that team, the lead is the guitarist. And the singer, it's like Bon Jovi. I don't know if you remember that band, Bon Jovi.
I remember a few of the
Everyone
songs.
knows the songs.
Yeah. I'm not going to sing.
The band was named after the guitarist. Yeah. Tell me the lead singer's name.
Yeah, no idea.
So I say Bon Jovi are like Real Madrid in the fact that the team is named after Ronaldo out on the left wing, not Benzema, who's up front.
Who's doing a lot of good work. Yeah.
So I would say the lead singer could be striker or could be any position like Fantasista number 10 or left wing, but hard question. So it could be anywhere across the front.
Got 2 more for you.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Engineer.
It's not in a band, so you're going to have to change that one. Engineers are in the studio.
Producer's not in the band. Still playing DM.
We haven't talked about producers. You said DJ.
Ah, you got me. Okay, right, we'll go for...
You've got bassist. You can even throw in bongo, percussion. There's a few things you can do there.
So let's
just say bassist.
Yeah, go on.
Defence, centre backs.
For what reason?
They're solid. They're the foundation of the rhythm section. They work with the drummer who's in goal. They have to keep talking to each other. The bassist usually has to look at the drummer to make sure they're locked in.
Keep it going.
Just like a goalkeeper has to talk to his defence, make sure they're high enough, make sure they're dropping back. So I'd say the bass is in defence.
Okay. And then we'll go for final one, percussion.
Yeah, I guess right and left backs, man. You know, you need them, but they're just failed wingers, aren't they? Just like a percussionist is like a failed drummer. As Gary Neville said, who wants to be a fullback?
But in the modern day, you know, we see them used a lot more. And
percussionists or right backs? Or left backs?
Well, I guess the percussion in a song can actually bring it together. And if it's poor,
just get a drum machine to do it. Don't even need them. You know, that's why people have done away with them. Play three at the back and play left and right midfielders. You don't need percussion anymore.
Thank you very much,
that's all right.
Tieks, for having me down. It's been an absolute pleasure. You're gonna have to have my sweaty mitt one more time. And what's cheers for that.
That's all right.
They're not actually that bad. What can we look for in the future? What's coming up?
More music, a few more gigs around the country and maybe in Europe and stuff, and definitely be coming with a single in the next 2 or 3 months.
Any sneaky peeks on anything, or you're keeping?
Nah, I can't do that. I mean, listen, I wouldn't be able to do it anyway. You know, just a lot of fingers in the Tieks pie, to be honest. So I can't just put stuff out willy nilly.
Okay. Yeah.
On there, but you'll hear it in due time. And obviously, still got Say A Prayer, a single which is out right now. So just get everyone to stream it on Spotify and iTunes and all that stuff, and get to my handles at Tieks Music and all that.
Thank you very much.
You know.
Cheers. Thank you.
That's all right. Thanks for having me.